Welcome to this very quick 20-minute yoga practice. My name is Joanna and it's my pleasure to guide you. This practice has been designed for those of us who work at a desk, we have office jobs, we maybe sit a lot for our work. I've designed this class to be short and sweet and maybe to be integrated into your lunchtime routine and hopefully revive and replenish the body ready for the afternoon. Please find your way to your mat, grab a couple blocks if you have them, and stand at the top edge of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. I'm going to begin facing you, and then roll your shoulders down your back, close your eyes or soften your gaze, spread all 10 toes into the floor, and begin to soften at your knees. I want you to feel the energy from the ground starting to radiate through the rest of your body. Softly draw your lower ribs in. Lengthen those collarbones, so widen the collarbones, let the shoulder blades move down the back of your rib cage and extend tall through the crown of your head. Hopefully standing feels very welcome if you have been sitting all morning. You might like to rock a little bit forwards and back and side to side just to find your center, find your equilibrium, and keep making those little adjustments and tweaks to your posture so you have a really beautiful alignment. Everything is stacked. Once you've found your Tadasana, let us take some breath. So take a nice big inhale through your nose. Clear the breath from your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Out through your mouth. And one more time in. And then as you exhale, start to bring your chin towards your chest and begin to round forwards and down, Ragdoll. Rolling all the way towards the floor, your knuckles touching the floor, maybe your fingertips touching the floor or placing blocks to your hands. You can look at your hands, you could look at your feet or between your two legs. Keep the knees soft and the weight in the 10 toes. If you have high blood pressure or have any vertigo or dizziness, please place your forearms to your thighs and look in front of your mat, rolling your shoulders down your back, drawing your belly in. This is so that your head is a little bit higher than your heart space. If you are letting the upper body fold over the lower body, you might rest your hands around opposite elbows and gently sway the arms right to left. That might feel really good. Relaxing the head and the neck. And eventually you can dangle your arms in front of you and begin to roll up the spine piece by piece, stacking the back slowly, massaging the spine on the way up, noticing any areas that feel really fluid, any areas that feel a little bit sticky. And then roll your shoulders up, back, and down, standing in Tadasana once again. Deep breath in. Clearing breath out. Inhale, float both arms wide and up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your two legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back with your left foot to the back of the mat, lowering your left knee to the mat if that feels comfortable, or you can keep the left knee raised, your choice. Hug through your inner legs and maybe inhale to bring your hands to your front thigh or float both arms into the sky. Again, you're thinking about drawing your tailbone slightly forwards, your lower ribs in, your shoulders relaxed. From here, bend your elbows into a cactus position and begin to squeeze your shoulders and elbows behind you, lifting your chin and your chest up. As you exhale, bring your fingertips and elbows together and begin to look down. Inhale, open your arms, elbows, draw your shoulder blades together, lift your chin and your chest. Exhale, bring your fingertips and elbows together and look down. One more time like this. Inhale to open and exhale to close. Bring your hands to your heart space, lower your two hands down to the mat, step back to a tabletop or a downward facing dog, and exhale your breath. Rock your hips side to side, relax your head. Paddle your heels into the mat one at a time if you are in a downward facing dog. Draw your belly button towards your spine, starting to massage your digestive system. Soften through your elbows. If you're in tabletop, you might be swaying your hips and pressing your rib cage right to left. Let's all meet with our knees wide, our big toes connected, and sinking the pelvis back and down to a child's pose. Bowing your chest and your forehead towards the floor. You can always add a block under your forehead. You can always add a block between your pelvis and your heels. Option to stay like this, or walk your hands a little closer together until the palms of your hands are connected. Keep your elbows to the earth and begin to bring your thumbs to the back of your head, neck, or in between your shoulders. You can continue to extend this stretch by walking your elbows further forwards, closer to the sides of your face, and really melting your chest and your triceps, the backs of your upper arms towards the mat. Taking a couple breaths here into the upper arms, around your shoulders, chest, and upper back. Common areas to get sticky when we work at a desk, at a computer. Start to bring your hands back down to the earth and begin to find your way back up to a tabletop position. Everybody meeting here. Taking a big breath in and a big breath out. Let's take cat-cow. So inhale, tilt your tail towards the sky, soften your belly towards the earth, rise your chin and your chest forwards and up. And as you exhale, begin to round your spine, pressing the middle back towards the sky and looking down. And again, inhale, come forwards and up. This is your cow pose, this arc in the spine. Exhale, rounding the spine, pressing the hands into the floor, lifting the back towards the sky. And one more cycle of this. Inhale, forwards and up. And exhale to round. Come back to a neutral spine. Float your right arm into the sky. Open your chest nice and wide to the right. Exhale, sweep your right arm under your left one. Lower your right ear and shoulder to the earth, or again onto your blocks. Check that your hips are on the same line, so you're not swinging your hips to the left. There is length in both sides of your waist. You're pressing down into your left hand and turning your chest gently to the left. Or some of you might walk your left fingers to the front of the mat, maybe even slightly over to the right front corner of the mat. And again, really hug your left hip back. So there is lots of space between your left hip bone and your left armpit. When we only have 20 minutes, we really want to stimulate all the ways the spine can move. So flexion and extension. We want to move into some rotation. We want to move into lateral flexion. So we're going to try and squeeze all of that into the next 20 minutes. We're doing pretty well so far. Place your left hand back on the mat. Use your inhale to come back to your tabletop and exhale your breath. Add a little bit of movement back into your hips and your spine, moving in any way that feels good, that feels releasing, that helps you to take deeper exhale breaths, that helps to wake up the spine once again. If you want to take your knees off the floor, feel free to tuck the toes and take another downward facing dog at this moment. Or if you're staying on your knees, you might extend one leg back at a time behind you, just to release each knee from the earth. Let's come back to tabletop and inhale the left arm to the sky when you're ready. Exhale, left arm under the right one, left ear, left shoulder, finding the floor or your blocks, drawing belly button to spine, long length in both sides of your lovely waist. And then maybe right hand pressing into the floor where it is and turning you more to the right, or right fingers walking to the front of the mat and slightly over to the left front corner of your mat. Again, really extend the length between your right armpit and your right hip bone, and take a couple more breaths. Try and really breathe into any sticky webbing between your shoulder blades. We know that is a common sticky tight spot for us that work at desks, computers, work rounding over our cooking, our crafting, our driving. It's where we like to hold a lot of our tension and stress too. So really send a couple big breaths there. And then plant that right hand back where you can see it. Rise back into your tabletop position, exhaling your breath and adding that lovely gentle movement into the spine once again. Stay in your tabletop, maybe extending one leg back at a time, or tuck your toes and find a downward facing dog. Everybody take a nice big breath in through the nose and clear the breath from the mouth. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk your feet to your hands at the top edge of your mat. Take a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins or fingertips to the floor or blocks, and then exhale, fold back over your legs. Dangle your arms in front of you, and again, roll up through the spine, massaging the back with this roll up, stacking the spine, noticing where the back feels good, where it feels a little sticky. Once you get to the top, roll your shoulders down your back, take a big breath in, take a big breath out. Inhale, float both arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your two legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat now, right knee to the earth, or keep it off the floor. Hug through your inner legs, and maybe on your next inhale, place your hands on your front thigh or float both arms into the sky. As you exhale, bend your elbows back to your cactus position. Nice wide elbows. Your elbows are the same height as your shoulders. Your front toes are really spread into the floor. And as you inhale, draw your shoulder blades together like you're trying to squeeze a pencil between them. Lift your chin and your chest, opening it to the sky. Exhale, bring your fingertips and elbows together and look down. Inhale, open your arms, your chest, your shoulders, look up. Exhale, fingertips and elbows together, look down. Last one, inhale to open. Exhale to close. Bring your hands all the way down to the mat, either side of your left foot, and step back to your down dog, tabletop, or child's pose. Exhale your breath fully from the mouth, releasing the morning. Maybe shaking the head a little side to side. Continue to draw your belly towards your back if you are in tabletop or down dog. If you're in child's pose, let your lower belly really relax. Soften that area. Everybody meeting back on their hands and knees in tabletop, and then bringing yourself around to a seat. Come to the middle of your mat. Cross your legs in a way that's comfortable for you. Sit nice and tall, and then gently bring your chin towards your chest. On your inhale breath, roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let your left fingertips find the mat, and then take your left fingers for a walk around on the floor until you find a sweet stretch for the side of your neck, your arm, and breathe fully there into that length. Keep your head where it is, and now take the back of your left hand and slide it up your spine as much as is comfortable for you. Allow your shoulders and elbows to relax a little more, And now point your chin towards your right shoulder and just notice how the stretch changes around the neck, around the shoulders, into the upper back. Bring your hands back to your thighs, your chin to your chest, and then inhale, roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Allow your right fingertips to find the floor and take them for a walk on the floor till you find enough sensation, enough stretch. Sweep your breath up and down the side of your neck and arm, ironing out anything that is sticky, tight, or residing from the morning. And now slide the back of your right hand up your spine as best you can. Soften the shoulders and the elbows and turn your chin to face down to your left shoulder. Breathe here in this new stretch for your neck. Place your hands back to your thighs, your chin to your chest. Slowly roll your head all the way up. And then inhale, lift your shoulders up, back and down. Let's take Sufi grind. So a circular motion with your upper body over your lower body. Imagine your spine is the wooden spoon and your pelvis is the bowl. And you're trying to make your circles as big as you can and as slow as you can, matching the movement with your breath. So anytime you lean forwards, that's with your inhale. And as you lean back, that's with your exhale. Do a couple more circles in this direction. And then all you're going to do is simply change and go the other way. Inhale to come forwards and exhale to sweep back. If this makes you feel dizzy or nauseous at all, please come back to stillness and think about growing tall through your spine. This is a beautiful exercise for massaging the lower back and the hips and stimulating the digestive system. So hopefully this helps to wake up your lower body if it has been a little stagnant in the morning. Come back to a tall seat and just notice any tingling, any sensation in your lower body. Bring your hands to the outer legs and bring your knees back towards one another. And now extend both of your legs out in front of you. Flex both of your feet, sit super tall on top of your sits bones. Add a little micro bend to your knees. Take an inhale breath for a little more length. And as you exhale, lean forwards over your two legs. You can slide your hands down your legs or rest your hands somewhere on your mat. You can always add blocks under your legs or under your seat. You can wrap your hands around your feet if that feels good. Let your shoulders roll down your back and lean your heart towards your toes and look at the space between your shins so your neck is lovely and long on all sides. Start to roll up through your spine, nice and tall. Take your arms in parallel in front of you. Flex both feet. Use your core to roll all the way down onto your back. Take your time. Once you get all the way down to your back, take a full body stretch. Point your toes, stretch your arms away from you. Inhale your breath. As you exhale, flex your feet. Walk your heels over to the right as far as they can go with your pelvis remaining anchored. Inhale, lift your arms, your chest, your head over to the right. And let everything settle in Banana Asana. If you'd like to cross your ankles, feel free. You can choose either bind with your ankles, left over right, right over left. And then wrapping your right hand around the left wrist and letting the backs of your hands find the floor or maybe a block behind you. If this is too much on your shoulders, please bend your elbows as much as you need or separate the hands. Sweep your breath along the left side of your body. Some of you may feel this in your waist. Some of you might feel it under your arm, into all of those lovely lymph nodes. Some of you might feel this around your hip, into your psoas. Some of you might feel this down your IT band. As long as you're feeling a beautiful stretch in your side, you're in just the right place. If you're not feeling a stretch, keep walking those hands and heels more to the right. Begin to uncross your ankles, walk your heels back to center, lift your upper body back to center, and just gently bring your arms down for a moment. Take a full breath in, full breath out. And one more time, full body stretch, point your toes, stretch your arms, make yourself as long as you can as you inhale. As you exhale, flex your feet, take those heels for a walk over to the left as far as they want to go. Lift your upper body over to the left as well and allow the backs of your hands to find the floor. Maybe cross your ankles and maybe cross your left hand around your right wrist. Your hip bones are facing the sky, your chest is facing the sky, so you're not rolling onto the side of your body, you're very much anchored on your back. The stretch is in the right side of your body. A few more breaths here. Feel free to separate those arms if it's more accommodating to your shoulders, or keep the arms down by your sides. You don't have to take them up and over the head. Begin to uncross your ankles, walk your heels back to center, lift your upper body back to center, and then very gently, slowly float your arms down by your sides. Let your arms and legs completely relax, toes rolling out, palms facing up. Settle for a few moments in rest, in Shavasana, enjoying the grounding from the floor, the support and safety of your mat. No more to do. If you have more time to dedicate to Shavasana, please stay as long as you can. If it's time for you to come out, please start to gently wiggle your fingers and toes and roll your wrists and ankles and move your head side to side and take a big body stretch. Hug your knees into your chest, rocking gently side to side on your back and eventually rolling onto your favorite side for a few breaths. Press into your top hand to make your way up to a tall, comfortable seat. Ground your hands to your thighs, your belly, or your heart space in honor of the time you've just given to yourself to reset, to recharge, to replenish. May this practice serve you well as you step into the rest of your afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me. It was my pleasure to guide you. One sealing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Namaste.